Okay, I jumped in on the scene, dressed in something mean, came through with the team. Y'all looking like snacks, a mighty fine cuisine. If you're not vibing with us, then please don't intervene. No, please don't intervene.
Bruh, it's
yeah,
like,
literally, yeah. It'd be cool to stick here and talk.
It's crazy, like, cause we, like Ice Cube, people's changed their view on how his music is because of his movies.
Yeah, that's
like, you know what I mean. Like his movie, he's made kids movies and shit, but they forget he was a real ass thug out here. Like,
he is.
Right, you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, like a rebrand. That's crazy. That rebrand he did.
Yeah.
You gotta catch another bag.
And then in the age, are we there yet? Like,
He wrote all that shit. You know what I mean? Like he literally wrote the script of Friday and all that shit.
He's hard. He's a legend for sure.
Yeah.
That's
a genius.
Yeah.
He's like a business genius for real.
He's a mogul.
They're talking about Friday 4 and stuff, but he said that it's like being held up by like Universal or Warner or something. They don't want to do it. He already has the script written and everything.
For Friday. Cause I know he says. I mean, I know they said something about Chris Tucker iffy about coming back to reprise his role.
He said nah.
He said
because they didn't pay him enough for the first time.
Nah, he actually said the money wasn't the problem. He was just like Smokey is like such a legendary character.
Yeah.
He said like he didn't want to like add to it or take from it. So he just wanted to leave it as is and not tarnish the legend of Smokey.
We don't need a fourth fight. Nobody asked.
Because nobody is asking for that.
Well, no, but if it had Pops in it though and all that, and like Devo before they passed and shit, that'd be fine.
Nobody really asked for the third one.
The Sunday,
you know what I mean? Like the third one.
No, Friday After Next is fucking funny as fuck. The Christmas one.
I'm not saying it's not funny.
Nobody asked for the church one, the Sunday one, the first Sunday. You know what I mean?
The first Sunday, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was funny because Cat Williams was in it and shit.
I forgot about that shit.
That one actually was good.
That was a good one.
Tracy Morgan and shit.
That was a good ass movie.
Yeah, I liked all of them though. I like the first, second, and third one. But I think those are the best movies.
It's the same thing with like Coming to America. Like nobody asked. Even if we did, nobody asked for it 20 years later. You know what I mean? Like,
just let it live.
Did y'all react to that?
We didn't.
We did.
I watched it. It wasn't that good, but it was.
It was good to see everybody. You know,
it was like a celebration, but like
yeah.
I see. I see Chris Tucker's point when it comes to like Rush Hour, for example, man. Because that third one was kind of lacking. Like it wasn't as funny as the first two. I know Rush Hour 2 was like funny.
Funny as fuck. Rush Hour 2 is like one of the rare movies that's better than the original.
Exactly.
Like for real. Like Rush Hour 2 was dope.
That and Shrek 2. I just want to throw that out.
Sure.
Shrek 2
I
is
never
fucking
saw
classic,
Shrek
bro.
2, bro.
What? No, you gotta watch that shit. That shit's hard.
No, like if you think about it, bro, like a lot of comedians, man, like they were better when they were younger. You know what I mean? There's a lot of comedians that haven't
because they grow up. You know, like Eddie Murphy was raw in the '80s, but now he's like a family man. And
exactly.
He's
Make it
not
Norbit.
the same.
You know what I mean?
What you say?
Make it Norbit. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, no, I love Norbit.
That's a good movie though. Don't do that.
That's a classic, bro.
Yeah, that shit is so fucking funny. When it came out, it seemed stupid, but that shit is fucking hilarious.
What did he say?
Open your mouth.
Tuesday. No, Norman is. I don't do that to Norman, bro.
Y'all all like Norbit? Y'all all is Norbit fans?
That shit is hilarious, bro. Retribution's funny as fuck. The old dude, how he plays the dude, right in the blowhole. That dude, that shit is fucking funny.
The Asian dude?
Yeah. I really didn't even know that was Eddie Murphy.
He's a legend, bro. Play every character in the movie.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Did he have a barbershop scene in
the second one, yeah.
Was that funny at least?
It was cool seeing him. You know what I mean?
It was worth watching, but like I probably watch it.
Man, I could.
I wasn't expecting them to like bring back like
everybody. You should watch it though.
Nah, I could definitely say that. Like I think Cedric the Entertainer really fell off. He really fell off. DL, I don't think DL's doing anything anymore, man. Yeah. Still miss
Steve Harvey stopped doing comedy just because he realized people were laughing at his jokes, like no matter what he said. So he was like, "What the fuck is the
fucking?"
He's popular.
Yeah, because he's such a talk show host.
Right.
Like, you know, he's so
TV shows. He's fine. That's a check. He's cool. He's coasting off that. I think the only classic comedian that's doing well. Damn, bro, even Cat was falling through some shit, bro. He was getting beat up by 12-year-olds.
Got beat by a kid, bro.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Ced's still on the scene, bro. He's doing like voiceovers and like he's got that series, Neighborhood or whatever. Welcome to Ced Entertainment.
Oh yeah. He's still doing alright.
Yeah, he's
I think the only one who's still doing good, in my opinion, is Chris Rock. Because Chris Rock is trying to reprise.
You put Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle,
yeah. Dave Chappelle, I think he had
the greatest comeback ever.
I don't think he had a comeback. I think he just took a break. And like he knew he was still around, but he just took a break and just came back and just started off again where he was.
I think really what Dave Chappelle did, it was so strategic because he came back for everything he was owed.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? They robbed him and he came back and took that shit back.
He fought for
it.
He made
genius.
He honestly, if it was like the two shows that made Comedy Central was South Park and his show, and that made the whole fucking channel. He dated, I'll say he probably dated own like a third of that.
He
company
should own
that.
He should.
Like, should have some type of stake in it for sure.
Low key put Comedy Central like on the map for like generations to
There was
come.
only 3 seasons too, really 2 seasons.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It wasn't even that long. That's crazy.
And then almost every single episode was not a miss, like at all.
There's always a classic in like each one. You know what I mean? Like,
and he's that guy. He might be the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah,
He
because
really
he's
might
dropping
be,
so
bro.
much knowledge too. You know, it's not like he's just even
Even
saying
now,
jokes.
like, we do it now. It's not even like jokes. It's just like straight facts.
Literally. He has so much
spoken word at that point.
You be forgetting it's a comedy special.
Yeah, he's so smart.
It's just facts.
But he makes it funny though somehow. But it's like really straight facts.
But he got industry secrets that everybody want to know, and he's like the only one that's really like not scared to really tell you the truth. And then, but he says it in a way that's like, okay, like here's blatant, but here's like that medium between like blatant disrespect of what is really going on and actually making it funny.
Yes,
so it's like he's perfect.
Bro, he's that guy.
Because he don't care. Because I think he's almost impervious to the business. Like he don't care about the business side of things, man. He ain't afraid to hurt no studio, no company, no production area.
And he talks shit about his fans. Like he's like, yo, like y'all are the hardest people to fucking do comedy for.
Yeah.
They're just so fucking sensitive about everything. You gotta chill.
I love you. I fuck that joke though. I'm canceling you now.
Right,
bro. To the point where you can't say anything, man. Because like honestly, that takes man. That even trickles down to like the local scene, man. Because I'll go to Crackers sometimes in Indy. And some of those comedians, now granted, it's been quarantined for a whole year. They've been able to go to an audience and really test out material like that. But for the most part, a lot of comedy can involve either race, sex, or religion, or whatever.
It's that kind of shit you heard.
Yeah, just normal shit, everyday shit we deal with, man. But just people, they don't want to hear it out loud, and so they kind of like, to it.
You gotta understand too. If you go to a comedy club, like they're not there to be fucking like
PC.
Yeah, they're not there to be PC.
It's a comedy club.
Right.
Like, calm down a little bit, like, just enjoy the show.
I didn't make you come here.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. You chose to come here.
Did y'all see, though, a few years ago, like, kind of before his comeback where Dave Chappelle, like, low-key got, like, booed on stage, and he literally just started smoking a cigarette and reading the paper, like, for, like, the rest of the hour.
That's
literally,
funny.
it was some gangster shit.
It was,
That's some God shit right
I think it was on,
he literally was like, shit, they paid me to be here, like, fuck y'all, you know what I mean?
I think it was on the Big Sean album they that came out last year. His dad or somebody had like I think it was like a skit on there. Okay. And they talked about Dave Chappelle like being in Detroit and getting high as hell before a show.
It was Dave Chappelle.
It
was Dave Chappelle.
And then like on his especially he's like, yeah, so I had a show in Detroit. Got booed.
Yeah.
High as hell.
No, there was a lot of like video about it, like making him like look better. But it's like, bro, like if they don't want to be there, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like,
it's what it is, man.
You gotta pay. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna blow a smoke in your face. You know
I really do feel like Kevin Hart, man. He had the hardest time during like 2017 and 2019.
They was drilling his ass.
He was going.
He couldn't say anything.
He couldn't say anything. He couldn't do anything. Honestly,
he didn't care.
What's the one?
He worked out.
He worked
and then
out.
he made that shit work for him. Like they tried to isolate him, and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna just be positive, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna do what I need to do. Right. And that led him into finding another way, another avenue to make money.
Exactly.
He got into athletics. He got into branding. He got into merchandise.
His hustle was amazing.
Yeah. Right, bro. Have you ever listened to him talk?
Yes.
Like
he speaks so well, bro.
Yeah. He said he only sleeps like 3 hours a day, bro.
I imagine, bro. He has so much shit moving.
Well, for fucking Soul Train and Paper Soldiers, where he is.
Soul Train, Soul Plane.
Yeah, people hate on him. That shit's kind of funny too.
But I'm saying like. A start though, you wouldn't think Kevin Hart from right there would be where he is right now.
Oh yeah, like from Scary Movie 3, where he's like,
he's a businessman now, a mogul, who he is.
Yeah, he's an inspiration.
He took over. He leveled up for sure.
That's another dude who was like
he keeps surprising you too. Like he's always got something ready to.
What y'all think about that recent one? Because I know he got a lot. I know a lot of people.
It wasn't all that.
The one he did in his house.
Yeah, it wasn't that funny, but like
I didn't. I mean, maybe I just like it. I don't know. Maybe
it
I'm
was
not.
still kind of funny to me a little bit.
Yeah.
It was. You know, it's just. I respect it because, bro, like the shit that. We men, bro. Like he's a man with money and like power, family,
business.
He got caught up in some shit, but he owned it. Yeah. So it's like, how can we cancel him if he's really like, look, these are my demons, and I'm gonna make it make sense to y'all and make y'all laugh. Like while owning my shit, like my dirt, like like I don't know, man. Like the industry
is difficult.
It's difficult,
It takes one thing.
You don't get a lot of honest people in it. So that's dope.
And you can't make everybody happy. You know what I mean? Like once you reach that level, you're gonna piss off.
Yeah, like what I thought with you was like this last special he had. The setting was more intimate, so like he wasn't going for like the big ass laughs, like it's a small setting, like it's like.
And it played into his joke of like not wanting to go outside because
it was a page out of Dave's book.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. That's what the Dave's been doing like the last year and a half type shit. So
man, it does for me from a comedy fan standpoint, man. It does suck to see a lot of people who can't return to the point where they kind of was at the highlight of their stand-up career. You know what I mean? I feel like Kevin won't go back to that.
But that's not.
I feel like Eddie Griffin.
It's not fair because he's not who that is anymore.
Yeah, you grow.
Yeah, you transcend. It's kind of like you feel like if you were to go back to it, you at least still keep some kind of like skill level, what you close to where at, you know what I mean?
I think
because Dave can still do it. Like Dave took a 20-year break and he came back to it.
His comedy's a little different though, and I think that's why he has the longevity.
He didn't change up his subject matter to be more serious.
He attacked the issues that we as like everyday people kind of like the shit that they push on us.
Yeah,
he attacked those things, and then he's like, I'm gonna burn in the furnace with it. Or I'm gonna fucking ride the escalator to heaven with this shit. And like that's his genius.
Yeah.
So it's bruh, Dave, you can't say enough about bruh, man. He's like,
I mean, and there's not too many people who really does it the way he does. Like
true.
You can't name
I feel like I'll say Chris Rock is close, man. I feel like if you go back and listen to Tambourine,
that's like great.
Tambourine's my favorite fucking dude.
That's the one in DC.
Yeah. And he's speaking truth, bro. Cause like, what do you say? He's like America. Like he's like America treats. He said some of the black men. It's like America treats pets better than the average black citizen or some shit like that, man. He's like, it's like if white people cried about a pet as much as they did black people, we don't need no more fucking black men.